What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another video where I interview people just like yourself who have expertise, passion, something that they want to share with all of you to give you a little extra knowledge, make you more aware of the world around you, but also for a little entertainment. So today I have Anthony. I'll let him introduce himself real quick.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm a math major and I'm a fifth-year senior at the University of Maryland.
Ooh, I'm fifth year too, so awesome. I'm a freshman again now that I'm a master's student, I guess. I only have 1 year, so I don't know if that counts me as a freshman or what. But so what are you most excited about in life right now?
I would say I'm most excited about like moving on to the next chapter in my life, which is grad school.
Grad school, okay.
And
what are you going to grad school for?
I'm going to be going to grad school for math.
For math. Okay, so see,
Yeah.
you can go to grad school like directly. Like you don't have to go. I always thought you had to go out and work in the workforce and then come back for grad school. What are you an expert in?
Well, see, the thing is I don't really find myself to be an expert in anything.
Now let me tell you, most people say that. And when I say expert, I mean like you know more than the person sitting next to you. Like you know more than me about something. I'm almost sure of it. And you just need to have confidence in yourself that you should call yourself an expert about that.
Well, in that case then, I would say I'm an expert in self-talk.
Self-talk. Okay, elaborate a little bit.
So what I mean by that is like, because I like most people, pretty much everyone have anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been working the past like year and a half or 2 years, like solely on like talking to myself, like inner monologue kind of thing, and just working through that, and learning the really important basic ideas behind healthy self-talk to like, you know, change your mindset around and to like to make yourself happier. And I've learned a lot about that. So I mean, if I have to be an expert about something, then I would choose that. Also, I mean, I'm a math major, so I mean, like
You know a lot about math, yeah.
I guess I know a lot about.
Well, going along with the self-talk thing, I mean, one of my favorite TED Talks is by Amy Cuddy, and it's not about self-talk, but it's about like body language and how that can like shape like your emotions and everything else and how you perform. But what is like one thing, if somebody knows nothing about self-talk, what's the one thing you want them to take away from this?
The most important thing is just to really think about what is bothering you, to think about what you're anxious about, to really think about it and really decide if it's real or your brain is making it up.
Okay.
Because that is kind of like the idea behind anxiety. It's like you start to like worry about things that aren't actually happening. They're just, your mind is just like producing these thoughts. So trying to like slow yourself down and just think about whatever's going on in your head.
So after they, take a step back from whatever's going on, think about it, what's like their next practical step that they should take?
Well, once they decide whether or not it's real, whether or not their mind is just producing these thoughts, it's called a distortion.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they're just producing that and it's not real. Like, if it is a real thought, most likely it's not going to be. And if it's not, then you know that you can just say, well, I know I am, I'm worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, or it won't happen. And there's also, many other ways that this could go. Like, it doesn't have to be the worst case scenario. It could be, something else could happen. So, I guess the next step would just be just sort of like bringing it back to reality and like trying to, classify, not each thought, but just like whatever is really bothering you at the moment. Just trying to think about it more and, come to peace with it.
So maybe like, I have an exam this Friday. Maybe I studied all week. I will study like an hour a day every day.
Right.
But I get right before the exam, I'm like, I didn't study enough. I'm not gonna do well. Like that kind of thing. Like, and then I stop and I say, well, I studied an hour a day. I feel like I reviewed the problems, like things like that. Like,
exactly.
I should feel good about this exam. Like, I don't need to be worried. And then be like, all right, bundle that bad idea up and throw it out the window, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's sort of the idea, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of time, and like I've been, going to therapy actually for a while now, and like they kind of like help build these tools. It's not easy to combat these thoughts just all on your own. So don't feel bad if it's difficult.
Yeah, find a good friend to talk to or somebody. Or
Exactly. Yeah, friends are very important. You know, if you need time to yourself, make sure you get time to yourself as well.
Okay, cool. Well, kind of going along with that, what is something that you're like really passionate about?
You know, basically what I'm most passionate about is being happy and finding happiness and finding calm in my life. And that's kind of all centered around, like, you know, the self-talk and, like, I mean, there's other things involved, like doing things in life that are going to make you happy, taking time out of the day just to, like, you know, ground yourself. What I mean by that is just kind of like, you know, being in the moment, you know, using your senses to, like, feel what's going on around you, like whether it's like your feet on the ground or, you know, you're sitting on a chair, like the sensations. And like those all help you to be more calm, and that leads to like more happiness. And
Go ahead.
I mean, and the next thing too is, you know, have hobbies that you enjoy. And I play trumpet in the jazz band, so, you know, that is something I enjoy. I don't know if I'm like super passionate about it, but like it's one like facet of my life that that helps, you know, bring me that peace and calm, you know, that I'm like striving for. Obviously I don't have it. I mean, I'm still a stressed college student, but, you know, I try to work toward that every day.
Yeah, maybe, so kind of going along with like what you said you're passionate about, like your, you know, being happy or something like that. Is there like a fact or something that like you maybe, you know, first heard that made you like really aware of this, that, you know, people should be more aware of?
Like aware of happiness, like,
yeah, like maybe like you heard that, you know, 65% of college students are unhappy.
Oh,
like,
you know what?
Like that?
What actually triggered me down this path is I've noticed that throughout high school, I felt like I was like absent of like any worry. I was just always just carefree. Everything was fine. So I was like really happy. I had a really good high school experience. So, you know, I came to college, like stressors come in, and like I just never, you know, it's hard to find that place of like calm and happiness whenever you have all these crazy stressors that most college students have. So like I'm realizing that, you know, has led me toward this path of like, you know, finding the happiness. You know, I didn't look up any statistic or anything like that, but it was more just my own personal experience.
Yep, there you go. All right, well, to end on a fun note, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind, but when I say successful, who or what comes to mind?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, there you go. If you had a fortune like Bill Gates, what would you trade that fortune for in return?
I would trade it for happiness.
Happiness, there you go. I was waiting for you. I was like, he's got to say happiness. That's what we're talking about. But and then my last question, probably one of my ultimate favorite questions.
Okay.
If you had a billboard that you could put anywhere in the world and you could put anything on it, where would you put it and what would you put on it?
I would probably put it in a very populated area. Maybe like New York City, and following along with everything else, I'd probably just be like everything is gonna be okay, or something like that.
I like that. Reminds me of Shark Tale, the movie.
Yeah.
They sing that song.
Yeah.
Well, there you guys go. That is another episode where I interview people just like yourself who have passions, expertise that they want to share with you to give you a little bit more knowledge and to, you know, hopefully entertain you. So, if you guys at all enjoy this, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a notification when I upload another video where I interview somebody else. And then also, guys, if you know somebody who could benefit from this or who would really enjoy watching it, please share it with them as well. So, until next time, please subscribe, share, and I'll catch you on the next video. High five! Woo!